One of the things that can give you a perfect and a good result when you are sewing a stripe material is to make sure you work with the line, and that is the stripe on the fabric. On this video, I'll be taking you through the process of how to can stitch this square pocket on the stripe material. If this is the first time you are checking on this channel, you are highly welcome to Noble Fashion channel. For you to be part of the Noble family, I urge you to click on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell. If you are returning, you are highly welcome back once again. So without any further ado, let's get started. So here's the material we are using for this illustration. As you can see, this is a stripe material, but the first thing you have to do is to cut it on this stripe straight down. So just cut it on the stripe. So whatever the stripe material you are using, first cut it on the stripe so that the line on it will be straight all through. And then you have to measure the length, that is the wideness of this material. So the wideness that I'm using for this material will be 8.5. Another thing that is very important is to make sure that whatever you are using is fall on that line. So even if it is 9 inches, make sure it fall on the second stripe so that the stripe will be equal on both edge, and then you cut it on that line straight down. So I'm using 8.5 for this, so I'm using this second stripe here. So just cut it on that line straight down. Then the length of this, I want to cut 2. So whatever you want to do should be square. So it should be square, and square means that the length and the breadth will be the same measurement, and I want to cut 2 for this. So that is a 8.5 times 2. That will give me 17 inches. So that will give me 17 inches. So just cut it out like this. So whatever you are using, even if you are using 10 inches, just cut 10 inches into 2. That will give you 20 inches. Then just cut it out like this, and then you can fold the two together. So another thing that is very important here is to make sure that the line on it is aligned. So make sure that the line is aligned. That is the reason why it's important you first cut it on the stripe. So this is it. You can see that both the length, so this is the breadth now, that is a 8.5, and this is the length, it's also 8.5. so it have to be a square shape. So you open the two like this, and then you lay the front down like this, then you lay the back on it, and then the next thing to do is to set the line. So this is the back, and this is the back of this. Then you have to check the stripe which you have on this. Make sure that the stripe is aligned. You can see this, you can see this other edge, and look at it at the down part, look at it on this other side. So make sure that the stripe is aligned. Then you place the ruler on the center like this, then you slant it, just cut it at the middle. Make sure that cutting is straight. You can see this. Then you take one out of it, then you fold it like this, then cut it into 2 again. So this will give you 4 pieces. And fold this one also, fold this one into 2 also, and then cut it into 2. So this will also give you 4 pieces. So this one you are not using it, you are only making use of 2 on this. You can see this is on a straight line, and then we are making use of a 2 on this also. So just place it like this. This will give you the one you need out of the pieces. So we are not needing all this, we don't need all this. So the next thing to do now is to stitch the 4 together. So to stitch this, just fold this side like this and stitch it straight down. Stitch it like this, fold this one also, and then you stitch it straight down like this. This one now you have to roll it with 0.5. So that is the measurement we are using to stitch it. So that's a 0.5. Then stitch it straight down. So now here's the first one, and then before you do the stitches on this one, just place the two edge together. and then make sure that the stripe is aligned all through. You can see this, it's aligned all through. But before it's aligned, you can see that this line is not equal on this down part, so you don't need to focus on this. All you need to focus on is the stripe. So once the stripe is aligned, then you stitch it straight, and when you are stitching it, make sure you are checking the line, make sure you are checking the stripe, and make sure that it's aligned. And this is it, you can see that. So now you cut out this. Now you have to do the same thing on this other side. You have to stitch it with 0.5. So you check the stripe as well and make sure it's aligned. Before you do the stitches on this, cross check the side where the stripe, the stitches start from on the stripe. So you can see that there is a little distance, space between the stitches here and the stripe. So you have to follow the same thing on this other side so that the two will be equal. So that is very important as well. So I may not be following this line that I rule here again, so I just shift the stitches a bit from that line that I mark. So just stitch it straight down. So that is it. Now let's cross check. You can see that the line is matched. So now you have to open it. So here it is after I've already done the opening. Now you take the first one and then the second one, you match the edge together. You can see this. You can see that the stripe is aligned. You can see that. So just fold it back like this. And these stitches you have to do now, you have to start the stitches from the center. So you place the center like this and make sure that the line is right. And then when you are doing the stitches here, make sure you are checking the stripe. That is very important. And then you take your time to do this. Make sure you are patient enough, and do the same thing on the other side. So that is it. The next thing to do now is to proceed to the table to do the final ironing. You can see that. So just open it like this. So here it is now after I've already done the opening. So just cut all the edge, and that is it. You can see that it has given us the square shape again. You can see this. You can see how aligned the stripe is. So this is very beautiful from the back. So please, if you derive value in this video, help me give this video a thumbs up, and then if you are yet to subscribe, make sure you click on the subscribe button. So this cut a collar stay like this, and the collar stay that I'm using for the pocket is a 4x5. This is a 4x5. But if you want the pocket to be wider than this, make sure that you increase the 8.5 that I use to like 10 inches when you are cutting your own. So that is if you want the pocket to be wider than this. So you place this at the center. This is the center now. For you to get center of the pocket, fold the collar stay like this, and then you place the center here. Then you open it, and then you press it, and make sure you use your hand to secure the edge. So that is it. So the next thing to do now is to fold all the edge, and then you use hemming gum to secure it. Please don't forget to click on the subscribe button, and then you also turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I drop an amazing video like this again. And for you to also benefit from a lot of videos that I have for you on this channel. There are a whole lot you can learn from on this channel. Over 150 videos you can learn from, and this is the results at the end. Yup, you can see this. You can see how nice and beautiful the pocket is. In the subsequent video, I'll be bringing you a video on how to stitch a stripe design on a placket. Till the next time that I'm bringing you another amazing video like this again, I say thank you for watching, and then bye for now.